we did we did Safety Made Easy, a product by Hackathon nerds for the AEP challenge.
The key problem that we wanted to tackle is to help supervisors and data scientists identify the top high value and hazardous comments from the 20,000 comments that were given. And our project that we made is the hazard comment analysis, which will be explained in the next few slides.
All right, so the biggest challenge we ran into was computing power. So we had a 20,000 row data set, and trying to train through all that would take 6 to 7 hours on a very powerful GPU that I have running at home. So we decided to lower it down to 100 of randomly sampled rows.
So now we'll talk about viewing the final results from our AI. So to accomplish this, we decided to use the Streamlit library, which is a way you can visualize the process of how we trained our model and how we can display its results. You'll notice in the image that you have a choice of putting in a CSV file. So this is scalable because you can use different data sets, put those into the Streamlit app, train it, and then have the AI analyze which comments from those were the most hazardous. So we used a pre-trained Llama 3.2 model. We ran it locally by using the Llama package manager. And we did that to help analyze the context of local safety and help identify hazardous practices. And we accomplished this by first finding PDFs with common safety guidelines, feeding that into the AI to help it learn associations of which practices were dangerous or not, and then applying that, training it and applying it to the data set that we were given for the purpose of this challenge. So as you can see on this app, we pass in data related to common safety guidelines, and then the AI applies that to the data set you pass in, which in this case is the CSV from the challenge, and it will train the data set on those safety guidelines, as you can see in the image, and eventually it would output the results.
All right, so the future analytics for this that we could use is using all the data that we get. We can have it highlight all the highest value comments and highlight the most hazardous category that showed up the most. And then we can also have it show up like the time period that all the observations happened in.
And as for the GUI, we decided to add, if we had more time, we were going to implement have a pie chart, histogram, and bar graph, as well as having a nice little interface for looking at comments that existed from past employees, as well as able to import new data and also save output from the AI model. You would also be able to, in the future, if we were able to implement it as change in and out